So recently I got sick and my wife's friend recommended this to me. This is an S&M, by the way. This is from the gym. But she recommended this to me. And this is bee pollen, right? I'd never heard of taking this before for when you're sick. She is from Eastern Europe. She said it's super common there. So I jumped on Amazon and I ordered some and I took some. Now, did it work? No. But me getting sick led me to finding a pretty sick brand on Amazon. And I'm leaving that in, even though that was super, super cheesy. So in the US, right, if you search for bee pollen, the best seller is this, right? And this is a brand called Beekeepers Naturals. Now, at the moment, they're actually just stocked out, but you can see here, like off the bat, super nice listing. The images are really high quality. And if we scroll down to their BSR, right, so 30 days, we can see here, this is a tool called Helium 10. By the way, we have a discount to it down below. So we can see here, this actually means they've gone out of stock, right? This is the last 30 days, and this is their bestseller rank kind of climbing upwards. If we hit all time, which is one of my favorite hobbies when I go on an Amazon listing, because I'm a bit of an Amazon nerd, look at this. This is outrageous, right? Their BSR, look how flat it is here. So the only reason at the moment is because they've stocked out, but you can see here when they first launched, went incredibly well, probably stocked out again here, came back in, and then look, they trending down, which is a good thing, right? You want your BSR to be as low as possible. So looking at this brand, I was thinking, this is super nice, right? Look at this, like the packaging is really nice. And I realized they got a whole range of products. What I then did was I jumped on their store, right? If we go on here, we can see everything that they have and the best sellers. So they have like throat sprays, they've got kids soothing lollipops, which I thought was a very clever idea. There's nasal spray. So it's very much around this like wellness, like natural treatment for illnesses, right? And one of their best sellers, I believe, is this. So this is a propolis throat spray. I think I've pronounced that properly. I'm not sure. Propolis. I didn't know what that meant. I'll be honest. I googled it before I jumped on this and recorded it. Essentially, it's an extract from a bee, right? But I've also seen this here we live in Spain. I've seen it here in Spain, right? I've seen people have it as a natural remedy, and I've tried this as well. It worked okay, but look at this: 22,000 reviews, and if we check their BSR as well, it's going to be a similar story where since launch, if this loads, I didn't realize it was this good. This is what you call BSR porn. That is unbelievably low. Look, the BSR there, 278, like especially in health in these categories, like there's sub 200 there. Incredibly good sales. And you can see here, right? They've been on Amazon for fucking ages, like since this is back in 2017, right? What I then like to do, if you jump over here on the right-hand side, the reason I'm showing you this, by the way, is because there is opportunity for this brand in the UK, which no one's really taken yet. And I'm going to show you that in a second. And this is a really good way, by the way, to find inspiration on Amazon. You can look in the US, what's popping off there. Is it in the UK? Is it in Canada? Is it in Italy, Spain, Germany? And just do it there, right? You can basically, not saying copy the exact brand, but it shows that this product can sell. And usually the US is a little bit further ahead. So once we click that area, right, if we scroll down here, we've got the see all products currently offered by sellers. So this is a little bit of a hack to see everything that they sell, but we actually want to see the data on it, right? Not just their storefront. We can see here all the products. And if we hit X-ray by Helium 10, let's load this up. Literally use this tool every single day. You can see here, right, look, 1.1 million per month in sales at the moment, right? So if we can filter this by revenue, bear in mind that the pollen is currently out of stock as well. So I'm sure it actually would be a lot higher than this. Look at this, 47,000 units a month. If we look at this all time. So it's pulling it in from October 23 for some reason, but you can see here that they're moving, wow, there's 3,000 units a day. Back then, there's 3,000, 1,800. So around like 2,000 units a day at the moment of that brand, of that product rather. But look down here, all the other product range that they have. And, oops, that was an accident. We extend this out, if I can be delicate enough. We can see these other products, right? What I like to do when I look at this is go over to the right-hand side, and you can actually filter by creation date. So we can see their OG product was that throat spray. That's what set them off. They obviously saw incredible traction with that fairly early on. And then look, 2017, released a couple more. I'm sure they've released more products since then that haven't gone well, right? You can't always guarantee success for every product, but you can see here more products, more products. They've always consistently launched new products as recent as August 2024. But even the ones from the back end of last year, right? If we scroll over here, we can see that they've added 50K a month of revenue, 70K a month of revenue, 40K, 116K. So all these different products within their kind of area that they added on top, right? And they built a real brand out. Now, this led me to, firstly, I mean, I looked at them on D2C. Website is absolutely slamming. This is a really, really good website. I'm sure they drive a lot of traffic here as well. And you can see their best sellers. We have her story. So it's a founder-led brand, which plays really well in the marketing. She's obviously not an unattractive woman as well. So that really works well. If you can kind of have someone like that as a face of your brand. And I did a bit of digging, and she's actually a bit of an expert in this field as well. So that also plays really well. Now, if you scroll down a bit further, this is also a super smart move. So if you are going to start a brand in the health and wellness space or in vitamins, supplements, whatever, one of the best things to do is to get doctors. You can just pay them, to be honest, to be on your board or be like an advisory. They can say like they promote your brand. They're like brand ambassadors. This is a really good move. And you can also push this on your Amazon listings as well, right? Now, you've seen us a lot on this channel recently talk about TikTok and the opportunity to push volume from TikTok. Now, these guys have also killed that, right? This is a great example of a holistic brand that have just done a great job overall. And look, it's not that old, right? It started in 2015 with one product, and it wasn't until like 17 they added a few more, 19. So time really flies by, and they've grown into this huge brand doing over $1 million a month on Amazon, D2C as well. They're also in retail. So this is a big brand putting in huge numbers. If we look at their TikTok here, this is on their own account, right? Look at these views, 1.2 million, 3.3 million, 1.1, 3.6 million, right? This TikTok has here. And this is the founder showing the product in a retail store. Now, this is going to have driven a huge amount of eyeballs, right? We can see here, big brain energy, right? And in this video, she talks about this little capsule. She's in a health aisle of a grocery store. This little kind of shot that she takes, it gives her the energy she needs to be a baller businesswoman and make a load of money, right? So it's a great self-promotion. But if we look at Beekeepers Naturals if we search that on TikTok as well, right, so we can see here the account, 47,000 followers, which isn't bad. What I want to do though is go on videos. Look, 1.4 million, 113,000, 1.8 million from a random here, 30,000, 5,000, 430,000. That's from the page themselves. But you can see here, like, it's not just a page, it's all these other people. Look, a doctor. Can honey cure a cold? My guess is no. And look, it didn't make me any better, but it still sells a shitload of units. I'm sure there's some benefits to it. But you can see here that all these videos are absolutely popping off. What I thought was pretty interesting as I searched this was this came up, which I haven't seen yet. Beekeepers Naturals ADHD. So they're doing an ADHD cure with honey. Look, that's popped off 30,000 as well. And what this would have done, they can be on TikTok Shop. I know these guys are on TikTok Shop for some of their products that are selling well, but it's going to drive a bunch of branded search onto Amazon. Nowadays, to have success on Amazon, the future of Amazon FBA is going to be driving branded search, right, and raising brand awareness. So they're doing it on TikTok. They're doing it on their Instagram as well. I had a quick look, 298,000 followers, so pretty decent size on there. And if we look back on Amazon, and we can use Helium 10 to do this, if we search Beekeepers Naturals, look at these results that Helium 10 pop up. So this is the lower figures here, 900, 400, all you see the green ticks, right? They're all on the rise, search volume trending up. But look at this, Beekeepers Naturals, 16,600 search volume per month of people searching for branded search. And look at that growth over time, right? As they built their awareness online, from this is only going back as far as 2019. Before that, obviously, it would be nothing, right? There's no branded search at the start. But over time, they've gradually climbed up, and now we've got 16,000 people a month that peaked here in 2023. I'm sure something popped off on socials, 25,000 there as well. And what this led me to do, so this isn't just to kind of big up this brand, although they've done an amazing job. And honestly, anyone in any space, look at brands like this as a bit of a case study for how to do like great packaging. It really pops off. This is just a really good example of how to do Amazon and how to do e-com really well. But I then jumped over to England, right? Because Britain rather, for propolis spray, which is obviously their hero product in the US. And I searched it, and the first thing I thought on this page was, this is pretty shit, right? This is pretty boring. This is probably the nicest, I would say. But to me, I'm looking at this. I mean, look at this. That is so old and outdated. And to me, it screams opportunity where, like, why isn't someone coming in with a modern brand? This is okay. But again, like, why aren't they're not filling the space. They haven't got any nice packaging. They haven't got a bright color popping off. So to me, there's opportunity here, right? So if we ever let's have a look at X right here. And the reason I like this, by the way, and you'll see this in a second, is that in the US, this is a pretty big sub niche, right? People are doing massive numbers. That company's doing 500,000 a month. And I'm sure people are also subscribing to these products as well, which is another box to tick. But we look at this X-ray. So we can see a bunch of these are US owned businesses. Let me just remove the ads a second. So let's see here. We filter by revenue. We've got these guys that are doing 7,000. So look, this is like, that's not a huge number, right? But the profit margin on this is going to be really nice. On a £24 product, right? They're going to have very, very healthy margins. And if you can put in 7,000, 30% net margins on this, you got a really healthy little business. And it's a great entryway into a niche where you can then look at all the other products that they have on their product suite over here and reverse engineer all of these, right? Is there demand in the UK? Could you be one of the first people in the UK to that market, or could you fill a void? I'm going to show you a term in a second that is underserved at the moment in the UK. So these guys been pretty consistent since 2022. They're selling 12 units, 15 units a day. So really nice, steady sales there. And they've been on since 2018. We can see here that there's not a bunch of brand new people in the market, which again is a good sign, right? Because it means if you see, like, if this had loads of people joining in 2023, it means that niche is getting really saturated. But the fact is, we can filter this by date. Not very many people that have come into this market. So if it's nice and steady, I know this volume isn't huge, but like I said, there's going to be a bunch of other keywords in here that are serving to this. And you can drive traffic from TikTok. You can drive traffic from Instagram. You can literally see the videos that have gone viral in the US for this product. And you can recreate those exact same videos in the UK with almost exactly the same scripts. And that will likely pop off. We've got our masterclass on this coming up next week. So make sure to sign up down below, how to be a creator, but also then past that, you can go on to launch your own brands with those skills. And you can drive traffic, right? And you can pretty confidently say in some of these niches, you're going to drive eyeballs and you can drive branded search pretty early on in your Amazon journey. Now, another opportunity in this area, I was typing in, this isn't me being a little pervert, I was typing in bee pollen, right? And what happens with helium-10, it will come out with these suggested terms. And as I'm typing it in, look, the volume here isn't very big. Sometimes it's much bigger in the US than in the UK. It doesn't translate necessarily directly across. But you can see here, look, 7,800. That's not bad at all. And look at that. That is TikTok or social media. That's something trending and absolutely popping off, right? That's an insane amount of growth and awareness in the niche. Even if it drops down again, right? But look where it's dropped down to. It's so much higher than it was before. And it's that the trend, even though it spikes when something pops off, trending upwards. That's something that we really like to see. But look at this, bee pollen capsules breast growth. And if you look at this, now again, does this work? Ladies watching, please let me know if you've tried this. I have no idea. I've never heard of this as an option. But this didn't, I mean, look, this keyword, I think what this really means is it didn't exist prior to this year. But then look at that, it's popped up 3,000 units. And if we look at the results for this, so again, super boring. Like, I mean, look, this is actually off Amazon in Spain. Like, that's how it came, which is like, I mean, how lazy can you be as a brand? I think it was like the only option that I had when I purchased it. So we go down here, look, crap. Sorry if you're one of these brands, by the way. I mean, this is a bit better, I suppose. And these guys have done bee pollen gummies, which is an interesting take with decent reviews as well. But again, look, there's for me opportunity here, but no one is doing any focus on breast growth, right? So an idea perhaps for this particular keyword is bee pollen And then on the packaging, I mean, you could be funny with this, but like breast growth, right? It's not even the keyword isn't even showing anywhere, right, on any of the packaging. So why that's underserved. So people are going on here and they're not really seeing the result they want. They're just seeing general bee pollen. Whilst if you had a specialized bee pollen capsule for breast growth, then you are the result that's missing here, right? And you're very, very likely to get the click. As long as you have a good listing and you've done everything properly, you've got the Amazon SEO bang on, which of course we teach within Honest FBA. That is a plug, but why are we here? Look at this down below. We help people launch things on Amazon. Hit the link and see if we're a good fit. But honestly, this is a great opportunity. Now, I went over to Alibaba for this as well, because I thought bee pollen, I mean, it's not going to be the most difficult thing to source in the world. And it's a pretty straightforward product. I mean, like, look at that. It's just being put into a jar. And if you search this, let's have a quick look. So we've got pre-made capsules for $2 a unit for 150 units in 150 capsules in a bottle. We've got some more capsules there. We got So what we have here is what I've got, which it tastes a little bit like cereal. If any of you have ever tried this, it's not. It doesn't taste like it looks like. So we got $5 to $8, $5 to $8, right? Let's have a click in here. So Alibaba, by the way, guys, if you're brand new to all of this, this is where you source a lot of products. And generally it looks at China, but a lot of supplements do still come in from China. But what this will be doing, right? Some of these guys will be saying they're packaged in the UK because they are, right? What they're actually doing is they're buying it by the kilogram, or by the 10 kilogram, by the 100 kilograms. You're going to bring it in bulk, and then you're going to package it at a co-packer in the UK. They're going to be able to put it into the bottles, apply the sexy packaging, and then ship it into Amazon for you. So we can see here, I'm trying to get a grasp of exactly how much this is. So I think it's a per kilogram price of $5 to $8 by my estimations here. So how big are these little things? 100 grams or two. So look, like the cogs on this are going to be absolutely nothing. That's incredibly cheap. The bulk of the cost, honestly, is going to be this rather than the product inside. And this is why they can afford to sell for these low price points, which normally wouldn't necessarily want to look at these super low price points. But 15 quid for this. I mean, 28 for this. I mean, so that's actually a kilogram bag, right? So, but we can see they're buying that for potentially $5. That bag costs about 20 cents. Let's say they're landing it into, apologies, it's actually yours. I clicked your sponsored product. Did not mean to do that. What I'm on here, because this is another Amazon nerd thing that I like to do. So what I'll do is I'll run Helium 10's profitability calculator here. Right, so this tool from Helium 10, this is great. This pulls up the kind of estimated, we can see the fees, but also the estimated cogs we can play around with here. So this information, I'll quickly run through it. If you're brand new to this, this is something that I use all the time. It pulls in the price. We can see dimensions, right? We can actually play around with these and it will change the FBA fees from down here. So this is what Helium 10 are estimating that this product's making, right? So you can see here, 140% net ROI and 39.5% margin, which is super healthy. So we know this product, let's just assume, right? It's $5, which is what, like £4 at the minute. You can ship it in. Let's say you can get it into, essentially you can ship it over from China. You can probably fly this product because it's so light and small. But let's say you shipped it, which would be mega cheap for a product like this, and then you package it in the UK. And if you're telling me you can't beat this as some packaging, then I don't know what to tell you. This is absolutely rubbish. And again, apologies that I clicked your ad, but you deserve some punishment for doing something this lazy, to be honest. So let's say you land this, I say being generous, right? £6 per kilogram at £28 price point. This is a 40% margin product, right? That is very, very healthy. Of course, you're going to have a little bit of PPC and stuff in here, but again, not a very competitive niche, so that isn't going to be that hard to do. And you can drive traffic from TikTok, from Instagram. You know how to do that by looking at the success in the US. So look, I wanted to make this video just to show you how easy it can be to find opportunities like this. And once you start selling on Amazon, and once you are a bit of a weirdo like me and you get a bit obsessed with, like, you buy a product and then you jump on Amazon and think, okay, what's the opportunity here? And now I kind of want to start a bee pollen brand now, right? I already have a brand. I have a 7-figure brand that I'm working on and I want to get that to 8 figures and exit. But opportunities like this come up all the time. And I really like these opportunities where they're great in the US, they're killing it in the US, but they're kind of ignoring the UK. And it's a bit of an opportunity to come in there, use them as inspiration. And you haven't got to go in there and do 100 grand a month, right? You can go in there. Some of these guys doing 5, 10, 15,000 a month. That is an awesome business. That's off one product, right? They're making 5, 10, 15,000 profit, obviously with the margins they've got in this. And it's just a great way to start. And then you can move sideways. Again, you can use the brands in the US as inspiration, look at the other products, reverse engineer what success is for them, and then apply it in your market, right? In this case, in the UK. So very quick one today. Hope you found value in that. Let us know in the comments if this is a product that you have tried, and I'll see you in the next one.